Hi and welcome. My name is Abby and I'm your English teacher here at Mosalingua. Today's topic is numbers and counting in English. Numbers are some of the first things we learn in any foreign language because we use them a lot in everyday life. Dates, times, prices, even the candles on your birthday cake. You might already know how to count in English, at least up to 10. But even if you do, I have some tips to share with you today that I think will be helpful as you learn to count higher and use English numbers in conversation. First, take 5 seconds to make sure you have subscribed to our channel. We post new videos every week with the best language learning tips and hacks. Now, I'll start with the basics: how to write and pronounce English numbers. But if you are an intermediate or advanced learner, don't close your browser just yet. You can watch the whole video as a refresher or skip over the things you already know. I'll also talk about some more advanced topics related to numbers and counting, including fractions and decimals. So if you're ready, let's get started. 3, 2, 1, lift off. English uses the Arabic numeral system, like many other languages you might know, so you might already be familiar with how they look. You will see some Roman numerals like I, X, and V on some statues, in some chapter books, and even at the Super Bowl. But in general, Arabic numerals are much more common. First things first, here are the numbers 1 through 20 in English. Listen carefully to how I pronounce them. You can even pause the video and repeat after me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. You should also learn the tens: 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and a few bigger numbers: 100, 1,000, million, billion. Now you have all the building blocks you need to start making more complex numbers. Now it's your turn. How do you think you would say this number? Did you guess 95? Whenever you have a 2-digit number, you simply say the number from the tens column, from the tens we just learned, and then the number from the ones column. When you write 2-digit numbers, they should always be hyphenated, unless they are only one word, such as 11. Let's try a bigger number. How about this one? The correct answer is 173, 173, or simply 173. We tend to drop the and when speaking, and we also omit the 100 when talking about things like your weight or your bowling score. When you get into the thousands, millions, billions, etc., just pile up those numbers in front. For example, for this number, we would say 9,342. These are called cardinal numbers. Now I want to talk to you about ordinal numbers. Ordinal numbers are the numbers we use to talk about order. For example, who won the Tour de France bike race? Who came in first place? What about second place? And third? Any numbers after 3 get a th at the end. For example, 9th. With the exception of 11th, 12th, and 13th, any number ending in a 1, 2, or 3 takes the same endings that I mentioned for the bicycle race winners. ST for 1, ND for 2, and RD for 3. Knowing this will also come in handy if you are ever in an American city and need to tell someone which street you are on. Many of our streets are numbered. For example, if you are at the corner of 43rd Street and Lexington Avenue in New York City, you are at the famous Chrysler Building. Ordinal numbers are also useful for expressing fractions. The numerator, or top number, is always a cardinal number, like the ones that we saw at the beginning of this video, 1, 2, 3, etc. The bottom number, the denominator, is always an ordinal number. For example, if you need to tell someone how much sugar you need for a recipe, you might tell them 1/4 of a cup. The exception to this is 1/2, which is always 1/2. As you know, another way to express fractions of numbers is in decimal form. Remember, in English, we use a period, unlike some other languages which use a comma. How do you think we would say this number? We would say 1.55, unless, of course, you're talking about money, in which case we would say 1.55, $1.55, or $1.55. There's lots more to say about numbers and counting in English, but that's all the time I have for today. There are some links to our blog in the video description if you need a refresher or want to learn more about English numbers in your native language. I'll see you again soon, and until then, happy learning! If you learned something new from this video, give it a thumbs up. Then, hit subscribe and turn on your notifications. Have a look around our channel for more hacks and tips. And if you're watching on another social media platform, like or follow our page. See you next time.